Welcome to A Moment to Move. My name is Garin and today we're going to be working on the hips. So this is going to be a fun little drill and movement practice that you can use to open up your hips. We're going to be working internal rotation and external rotation. And let's waste no time at all and find our moment to move. So meet me in a bear seat when you're ready. If you don't know what a bear seat is, you're just going to plonk your bum down onto the mat. You're going to have your feet open up and your hips open up. And place the hands behind you. Pull the shoulder blades onto the back. And we're just going to internally and externally rotate the legs to one side. It's nice and simple. We're just going to warm the hips up before we start really moving and flowing. So obviously today's main focus is definitely going to be opening up the hips. But we are going to do a little bit of arm strength, a little bit of core strength as we go through this rotation and this movement mobility practice, and it should be lots of fun. So let's give your hips some love and work it out. So we'll go 2 more on each side just to open them up a little bit. Just breathe in, find your stillness. Make sure the shoulder blades are pulled onto the back. And you're sort of coming into a figure 4 position on each side. Last one over to the right hand side for me. Could be the left hand side for you, that's fine. And then from there we're going to keep the hands where they are. We're going to push into those hands, lift the bum off the mat, and then we're going to walk the feet back, coming into a squat. And we're just going to chill out in this position. You might want to wriggle from side to side, just again to open them up. And we're going to use the squat as our base today as we move through our flow. From here, we're just going to place the hands back behind us and we're going to come into a crab position. So don't let the hips touch the ground. You want to keep that bum elevated, pull the shoulder blades onto the back. And from here, we're going to externally rotate the right knee and internally rotate the left knee, coming back into that supported hip swivel position. And now we're in a figure 4 position. So we are going to slightly lean a little bit to the right hand side. You can place hand down to the side of you for a bit more support and balance. You can place it on the inside edge of your leg, or you can come and maybe just touch the outside edge of your left knee. But what we want to do here is we want to lift the left foot while keeping the left knee planted. So again, create a solid foundation for yourself and then bring that back foot up. You're really going to feel a pull here on the outside of the left hip joint. And then from there, we're going to lift the knee up and then we're going to swing that right leg all the way around out in front of you. Now bring that right foot out underneath the leg, place it inside the thigh, and then you're going to internally rotate that right knee all the way around so the inside of the right knee is now down onto the ground. Again, you can use your left hand for support, and we're now in this internal rotation of the right leg, and then you can take a gentle forward fold bounce. There's 3. And then from this position, we're going to now bring that right knee up. So we're going to start externally rotating the knee, place the right foot onto the ground. You're going to place the left hand just slightly behind the left hip. You're going to push into the right foot, push into the left hand, hover that left leg. So we're now into a kick through position, working into our side core and shoulder mobility. And we're going to bring that left knee in, pivot all the way around, place your right foot, hand down, left foot down at the same time. So you're now in a hovering tabletop position, tuck that tailbone under. So we're working onto that core. And then you can walk the feet in, place the heels down, keep the hands there for support as you lower yourself back into that squat position. And there's one side. So place the hands behind you. And again, we're going to come into that crab position. And then we're going to drop those knees over to the left-hand side. Come into your figure 4, take the hand position and the support that you need. And we're going to bring that right foot up while keeping that right knee down to the ground. And you're going to get some internal rotation here in the outside of the hip joint. And then from there, we're going to bring that right knee up, swing that left foot all the way around out in front of you. Scoot back on your mat if you need to, and then bring that left foot out from underneath the right hip, opening up that left side of the hip joint. And then from there, we're going to internally rotate that left knee, bringing it all the way around, Trying to keep your balance again. Right hand can come down for support. And we're going to try to place the knee and the foot down at the same time. So you've now got internal rotation of that left hip joint. Flex the toes on the right foot, and you can take a couple of bounces. There's 2, and there's 3. And again, now we're going to bring the left, open up that left hip once again, coming onto the bottom of the foot. Now the left foot planted onto the ground. We're going to place that right hand behind the right hip, slightly at a 45-degree angle. Push into that shoulder, pick the hips up, and then float that right leg. Again, working that straight arm strength, side core, and shoulder mobility, because you're twisting open that right shoulder. Bring that knee into the chest, pivot round, and then we're going to come into a hovering tabletop by placing your right foot, left hand down at the same time. Brief pause in your hovering tabletop. Bring that navel to the spine, tuck the tailbone under, shoulders down the back, and then we're going to walk the feet in, placing the heels down at the same time. And then we have it one side. So let's move over to the left side once again and really see if we can add a few more reps into that position. So we're going to walk the feet maybe forward if you need to. Bring that crab position and then drop the hips over to the right side. So the right knee is now your front leg, left leg is your back leg. Take that support that you need, and this time we're going to keep that knee pushed down and bring that back foot up, but we're going to go for a repetition of 2. So there's 1, brief hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down, and this time we're going to bring it up, left knee up, and then swing the left leg right out in front of you. So left foot comes up, bring the knee up, and then swing it out, extending. Try to keep it nice and straight. Place it down. Bring the right foot inside the left thigh, open up that hip a little bit, and then from there we're going to start internally rotating that right knee all the way around. You want to hover that right foot if you can, placing the left hand down if you need to, right knee down to the ground. Take a couple of bounces and pulses in this position. You're stretching out your calf as well. And then from there, we're going to externally rotate that right leg, open up the joint a little bit more, plant the sole of the foot to the ground, left hand behind the left hip, push into the ground, float that left leg up for a kick through. Again, spin the eye of the elbow forward, and then bring that knee into the tricep, place the right hand, left knee down, come into a floating hovering tabletop. I guess floating and hovering are the same thing, so let's just come into that tabletop position, and then from there we're going to walk the feet forward, place the heels down, and come back into that squat. Bring the arms behind you, maybe walk the feet out, and keep the hips elevated as we come into our crab position. And we're going to externally rotate the left knee, internally rotate the right, coming into that figure 4 position. Push into the knee, the right knee, and we're going to lift that back foot up. 5, 2, 1, lower it down. I know that hip joint might be talking to you, cramping a little bit. Rest it out, and then we're going to bring that right knee up, right foot up, right knee up, extend it, swing it all the way around, place in front of you, and then bring that left leg inside, left foot inside the right thigh. Take a brief stretch and external rotation of the left hip, and then we're going to place the sole of the left foot down, and we're going to rotate it now so the right knee is internally rotated. Lots of lefts and rights, and external and internal. Take a few pulses in that position. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to externally rotate that left foot, so the sole of the left foot's on the ground. Create a nice foundation with the left foot, right hand, slight external shoulder turning. Push into the foot and the hand, lift that bum up, and then you're going to float that right leg, and then you're going to slowly bring that right knee through, touch the right elbow, and place the left hand, right foot down at the same time. Maybe step it back and come into your hovering tabletop. And then from there we're going to walk the feet forward, place the heels down, coming into our squat. So last round from this position, bring the hands behind you, coming into our crab. And then from there we're going to open up the hips, drop the right knee down, left knee internally rotates down. Sit up in your position, create a nice solid foundation with that left knee. And if you've been having your hand down, maybe play this time with bringing the hands away. You can cross them behind you, in front of your body, place them gently on your thigh, and we're going to bring that left foot up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lower down, brief pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lower down, brief pause, and we're going to lift the foot up, take a brief pause and swing the leg right out in front. So foot comes up, brief pause, extend the leg away from you and swing the leg out in front of you. Pull the right foot out, place it inside the thigh, take a gentle wiggle the body from side to side, and then we're going to externally, internally rotate that right knee. So that right knee's down. You can tuck the foot in if you need to, and we'll take 3 pulses, 2, 3, creating a little bit of length. And then before, we're going to open up that right knee once again, create a nice foundation with the left hand, right foot, push into them, open up that shoulder, squeeze the glutes, and then float that left leg up. And then from there, you're going to bring that knee into the chest, touch the tricep, place the hand and the foot down at the same time, hovering tabletop, gentle pause, and then walk the feet forward and lower the hips down into your squat. Swing the arms behind you, maybe walk the feet out and come into your crab position. And last one on the left side, lower the hips down, create that figure 4 position, and we're going to push into that right knee and lift that back leg up. Hand position options again are there again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place it down, shake it out, wiggle a little bit, and I bring it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down, wiggle it out, and then going to hold it up, brief pause, extend the leg out, swing it all the way around in front of you, bring that left foot out, tuck it inside the right thigh, and then we're going to internally rotate that left hip and that knee down to the ground. And you can take a few pulses, and again, the hand can come down if you want to create a little bit more length, your choice. And come back up to neutral, open up that left hip, put the left sole of the foot down to the ground, right hand behind you, spin open that shoulder, push into it, don't collapse. So pull the hips up, float that right leg, and then slowly bring that right knee round to the tricep, feet and the hand down, come into your hovering tabletop, walk the feet forward, and lower down into your squat. And there it was, a nice little mobility drill that you can take for yourself. You can stay here in your squat, you can come back down to those hip swivels in that bare seat, and we're just going to take a few swivels from side to side just to reset and open them up. I know they might be a little bit tight after that work. There's a lot of mobility work, so just take your time in this swivel position and just move through it at your own pace. And there it was. I'm going to grab my block. There's a fun little mobility drill for you to practice with. So you can play with that yourself as you know the repetitions. You don't have to add reps. You can just gently go through it at your own pace. But thank you for joining me here at A Moment to Move. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you find some benefit of it. And if you do, please share it with any of your friends that you think may also benefit from the same sort of sequencing. And yeah, there's plenty of other workouts on the channel, more strength-based, more mobility-based. We've got loads of full workouts on the channel. So thanks for joining me at Moment to Move, and I'm sure I'll catch you in the next one.